Oh dear. If anyone's joining today, is there in? Pop up, say hello. Hi, it's Michelle. How you doing, Michelle? How's it going, my sweetheart? I just thought I'd come and have a quick catch up and sort of let you guys know that I'm still around. Hey, Maureen. How are you all then, my darlings? Do let me know. I hope you're coping as well as you can through this lockdown. Oh, I've missed you lot too. But as I said in a few of the monthlies that I managed to get finished this month, there's been so much going on. I've not really wanted to miss it. There's been loads going on. Hey, Priscilla. Hello, Nadia. How are you doing? Hey, we're doing fine, thank you. Charlie's got a little bit of sunburn, but nothing that the double base cream can't sort out, so he's fine. But yeah, we're all good. We're all loving the sun. It's been really windy today, though. But yeah, how are you? Michelle, it's good so far, having issues with the government, but other than that, we're on point. I think most of Canada's having issues with their government at the moment. How are you and the kids? Yeah, we're good. Like I say, Charlie's had a little bit of a sunburn on his back. We managed to sort of stop it peeling. I just chucked loads of double base on him and he seems all right. When are you going to do super chat? Should we have a vote? Shall I do it this Sunday? I've been thinking about when to come back and do it. I'm thinking, shall I do Sunday? Shall I? Yeah. Hands up who wants Sunday. But yeah, there's loads of things that's been going on and I've not wanted to miss it. So he's fine, Michelle, honestly. Charlie's fine. But yeah, there's been loads going on, you lot, and I've not wanted to miss it. Loads of stuff's been coming out and I've literally been like, I've got work to do, but this is so interesting. And even like, well, she's a friend who I met through the channel, actually. Even she was like, Kay, put the damn transcripts down and put my Aquarius out. And I was like, I'm on it, I'm doing it. I'm being told off now by the freaking subs. I've done it now. You can't come back at me now. But yeah, there's been loads going on that I've not wanted to miss. Such big stuff's been coming out just lately, and I cannot wait to get the next video out for Kay's Digs series in the playlist. Put it like this. So you know how you've heard me use the reference red pill a few times? And I think this is hilarious. Look, even if you don't believe in this shit, just hang on a minute, because this is freaking hilarious. So the term red pilling comes from the film The Matrix, when he offers him either the red pill or the blue pill. So you want an uncomfortable truth, or do you want ignorance is bliss? And you know, he takes the red pill. He chooses. He wants the truth, doesn't he? Neo, is it? Anyway, so we just seen reports of hydroxychloroquine being distributed to more than 40,000 healthcare workers in the UK. Yeah, this came from the BBC, the big bias CUNTs. Truth spilling out into the mainstream media. Hey, what do you know? We're obviously doing our job. Those that have took on the mainstream media. But yeah, I thought this was hilarious. The colour of the pills. The colour of the pills of hydroxychloroquine are fucking red. I don't know if you can see that, but they are fucking red. Talk about red pilling the population, guys. Seriously, I just thought that were damn straight up hilarious. And I thought, yeah, that's something I want to be sharing with you lot at some point soon. And that was a video recording which I will upload onto a video, because you're not going to see it properly on the live cam. I'll upload it so you guys can see it. It was from one of the UK's broadcasting companies that we've been tackling for a long time. I mean, that's the thing with the BBC, they rely on TV licenses being paid, and because they were biased, especially towards Brexit, a shitload of us decided to cancel our TV licenses. Legally, I might add, I got rid of mine 3 years ago. I'm saving myself 150 quid a year, and I'm not being fed propaganda, and neither are my kids, because that's what it is in the UK. So I can't remember who it was, but somebody popped in the comments on one of my videos that they wanted more information on the British establishment. And that's something else that I've been working on this week, because there's no way I want to go put a video out without all. This is the thing that I've told everybody, I'm not dealing with opinion. I'm not dealing with anything like that. I'm dealing with the facts and the documents to back it. And this is something I've been working on the last week. So just because I've been quiet doesn't mean I haven't been working hard. So I've had all those transcripts to go through from the guys that Nunes interviewed, dragged them before committee, interviewed them, I think it was a judiciary committee or something like that, interviewed them all. Now the transcripts have been released. I showed you in a previous video, not a single one of them saw evidence of Russian collusion. And this isn't just coming from me, this was coming from them. So, you know, no need to argue over it. Go read those transcripts. They're on the DNI website, dni.gov. So you can definitely go, hey, Bill, it's going well, darling. How are you? So, yeah, you can go check those transcripts out. It is hefty reading, but like I keep telling people, if you really want the truth, you've got to, for one, use your own discernment, and for two, you've got to see it for yourself. But at least a lot of you now know where to go look. This is the problem, because the mainstream media don't like bleeding telling everybody the whole, you know, where to get the sources. I mean, I know Trump said it a few times, but he's not wrong. They don't print sources anymore. They don't print names anymore. It's a little bit concerning. They shouldn't be doing that. Investigative journalism is dead, and now we have a shitload of citizen journalists trying to fill that hole. So yeah, I'll give my sources. Wherever I get my information from, I'll check it and check it and check it again. So you're not wrong there, Bill. So yeah, go watch those videos, because they're all legit. They've all got governmental sources on them as well that you can go check out yourself. My phone's been buzzing off the hook all week. So there's that about the hydroxy being issued to 40,000 healthcare workers in the UK. And guess what? Hydroxychloroquine is a pill that is the colour red. How fucking ironic. Hey, Punya. I'm doing well, baby girl. How are you? How are you? Another one that's come out, it was actually from an article printed on January 11th. And again, I've got it here. I don't know if you can see that headline. Like I say, this is, let me just turn my brightness down and see if that makes, no, that does not make it better. Let me turn it up. I don't know if you can, no. Again, what I'm going to do, because I can't figure it out, I'm shit when it comes to lighting, as you can tell. I'm doing great, Kay. Nice to see you. It's lovely to see you. But yeah, it's the headline. Again, I'll put it in a video so you guys can actually see it properly when I put it through. I've got this editing software now that's called VSDI or something. Oh, what the fuck's it called? I can't remember the freaking name of it. It's V something. Anyway, it's dead good for putting imagery on and B-roll and stuff like that. So I've been using that. And the headline to it is that this was printed January 11th, 2017. We found the article, and this is Fauci's own words. And there's also a video in which I will put in the video as well. Fauci's own words saying, no doubt that Trump will face a surprise infectious disease outbreak. The year after the election, this was said. So not brilliant. Not news that I really want to be sort of telling everyone, because it's not nice to hear that the very people that you rely on for your information have been lying to you. Nobody wants to hear that. And I was actually having a conversation with a good friend of mine on Facebook about this. The fact that, don't think for 1 second that people like myself who have been red pilled, I took a red pill, 3.5, maybe 4 years ago. And anybody else who's taken that red pill, don't for 1 second think that this was an easy choice. And I've said it a few times. I was considered left wing 4 or 5 years ago. So it was but I've got no shame in admitting that back then I was wrong. And remember when I said I cancelled my TV license about 3 years ago? Back then, I admit I was wrong then. And I think that more people need to sort of take responsibility here and take accountability instead of just mindlessly insulting people who do want the truth. This isn't about tinfoil hat wearing crap. This is about just getting the truth. And I just really want more people to take that, at least that view that, all right, well, yeah, at least you're going out there and researching it. I'm just going to sit here on Twitter and fucking insult everyone. Come on, let's be a bit more humane about this, yeah? Another article that I'm going to talk about in the next video is, again, see, this is fucking crap. How the frick do I get you guys to look? It's a chart anyway, and it's a chart that we've managed to get hold of about Bill Gates' connections. So Q said for ages, follow the money. And those that actually did go and follow the money found a shitload of umbrella companies that actually belong to Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation or Bill Gates himself. And they're all health agencies. So a guy that owned Microsoft until he pulled his shares out in March has a lot of money. I'll just go through these. Your jaw will hit the floor because I'm going to show you this, and we'll go through the proof as well. So things that I've been digging on. Over $4.3 billion to the World Health Organization. This is all directly from Bill Gates and his foundation. 280 million to the Imperial College of London. 243 million to Oxford. 40 million to England's Chief Medical Officer, Chris Whitty. 53 million to BBC. 155 million to the CDC. And then he's got his Microsoft, which is, you move up a level, it's Gavi, and you move, when I say level, I mean umbrella companies. Think umbrella companies. It's Gavi, and then it's ID 2020, Digital Identification Company. He handed over 18 million to the National Institute and National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, which was run by Anthony Fauci. So that's 18 million to Anthony Fauci. 870 million to John Hopkins, which is maps and COVID resources. 3 million to the company Gavi Global Health Partnership. So there's a lot going on here, okay, that we need to really sort of dig deep. And the reason why I bring this up now is because somebody asked me if I could do more videos on the British establishment. And the problem that everybody needs to understand is the British establishment and the US establishment are interconnected. And this is something that everybody needs to get a grip with. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. So let me just light my fag. And again, this is what's going to go into the next video. So what we found out was, and I knew this not 3 years ago, about 2 years ago, when there were a lot of information coming out about Pfizergate at the time. So the British establishment are interconnected with the US establishment through a system called Five Eyes. And what Five Eyes is, it's an intelligence sharing organization. It's an agreement between US, UK, Australia, Europe, and that's what that is. And the thing is, when you do Pfizer's, I'm not sure of the legality, but it's not known that you get Pfizer's on somebody domestically. It's foreign intelligence on someone. That's what a Pfizer is, right? So this is, you take it to the Pfizer court and you get permission to spy on someone, but it's usually someone who is foreign who wants to spy on someone domestic. So, for example, the US FBI, CIA or whatever can't really go to the Pfizer court for a domestic problem. because that should just be up to the FBI to investigate. Because again, we're talking surveillance. So the way that it goes is the UK can put together information to hand to the FISA court, and they did. They did. And it was done by a chap called Christopher Steele, who I have researched quite a bit. This guy used to work for MI6, and now I believe he's an independent, and he also works with government. And he was the one that wrote the dossier. So he was the one that went around gathering all the intelligence, and then he flew over to the US, gave it to whoever needed it, and they took it to the FISA court, and the FISA court didn't even read it. I shit you not, they didn't even read it. They didn't collaborate it. There wasn't a proper hearing on it or anything like that, like there should be, because it's all right, a dossier coming forward, but you need the source, you need the backup. Where's this come from? We need testimony to put this through. There was none of that. So there's a big problem with that as well. And then we had another problem. Now, I'm not sure how interconnected Boris Johnson is with this, but what I do know is he received a letter from a guy called Robert Hannigan, who was head of GCHQ. So that's the governmental kind of spying system, if you like, intelligence gathering system in the UK. And Robert Hannigan was director at the time, and he wrote a letter to Boris Johnson while he was Foreign Secretary. So this was before Boris was Prime Minister. This was a couple of years ago. And this letter basically said, Susan Rice, Obama's what's it called? What was she? Forgot the fucking term that she's. You'll know who she is anyway. But yeah, Susan Rice. It said Susan Rice wants us to grant permission to continue spying on the Trump campaign past the election win. This request was put in November. In November, and it was the same month that Trump was inaugurated. So, sorry, not inaugurated, won the election. So even though it wasn't inaugurated until the following January, past the point of winning, he was still technically president. So we go from then spying on a candidate to spying on a president. Well, that's fucking treason. So, and then Trump puts out, that was it. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Bill. Yeah. National Security Advisor. That was the one, NSA. But yeah, so we go from spying on a candidate to spying on a president, on an elect president. And there's a big problem with that because that's treason. So not many of you are going to like this or going to want to hear this, but it's worth it to pay attention to Trump's tweets. All right, yeah, can talk about a lot of nonsense, which makes no sense whatsoever. Anons understand there's something else going on here, so we look for timestamps and things like that and corroborate those with the Q drops. You know, just for example, if Trump tweets at a specific time, like just for an example, Trump retweeted, and this is interesting, you guys. This is really interesting, actually. I could do with getting your take on this while I'm live. Even if you don't want to talk about it in the chat, it's fine. Email me. But so Trump retweeted a drop from a Q follower, and he retweeted it on the 20th of May. And yet this Q drop was from the 30th of May last year. So for one, there's a 10-day marker. So he's tweeting something on the 20th of May 2020 with the date 30th of May 2019. So there was a 10-day marker there. And then Q's saying reconcile. And we're like, reconcile. Well, there's a 10-day, that's like a minus 10-day delta. Are they trying to tell us T minus 10? In the run up to the 9th of June, everybody needs to be paying attention. Everybody needs to be paying attention because something's going down, you guys. That's the thing. We don't get information like this and hints like that for no reason. It's usually for something pretty juicy. And then we check the timestamp, and I took a look at the Q drop for the timestamp on that particular tweet. And it was talking about, not the timestamp, sorry, it was the same week that last year, not last year, 2018, sorry, we're looking at a 2-year delta. So it was 2 years ago, we looked at the week that the tweets went, the Q drops went out, and there was only one in that entire week surrounding May 20th. And what it said was a week to remember. And if you actually flip it, it said boom, 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 week to remember. And when you flip the image around, the text is written out like a gun. So there's definitely something going down, I'd say, between now and the 9th of June. But I think that the 10-day marker was more to do with the 30th of May to the 9th of June, if I'm perfectly honest. So it's that particular week, that particular 10 days that's worth keeping an eye on. There's definitely going to be some shit coming out. And like I said, I've been following this now for 3 years, and we've had stuff come out that we already know. I mean, we got told 2 years ago that the mainstream media were going to be doing a UFO push in the run up to the election. And guess what? It's happening this week. If you're not paying attention, they've been trying to talk about fucking UFOs left, right, and centre. And we've seen a lot of disinformation and fake imagery on Facebook. The good news is we know it's fake. We know it's not real. If they come out screaming, aliens could attack us, blah, 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 we know it's fear porn. And in a roundabout way, I suppose that helps you guys out to know that what you're up against is fake bullshit that's just trying to scare the shit out of you. And it's like the mail-in voting. Not everybody's going to agree, but it's extremely fucking convenient, isn't it? It's extremely convenient. I mean, Wuhan, I think we're only in lockdown for 3 months. The rest of China was less than a month. The rest of China are in lockdown for less than a month. And now this is something that you have to think about. So if they say the virus was released in November, it's dates as well. If they say the virus was released in November 2019 and it started causing trouble in China in December, so that's only a 1 month gap. That's a 1 month gap, right? So that tells you how quickly this spreads. And I've got something to say about that as well. So in 1 month, it spread all over Wuhan and parts of China. But other parts of China were only in lockdown for less than a month. Might have even been less than 2 weeks. I'll have to get the numbers for that and put it in the next vid. So the rest of China were only, that means that their lockdown ended probably in January or February of this year. And only now, nearly 4 months, 3 or 4 months later, they're saying that China's having a second wave because they released lockdown too early. And I'm sat here like, that virus spread in less than a month. They're telling us nearly 3 or 4 months later that there's a second wave. So why did the first wave only take a month to spread and the second wave took nearly 3 months to spread? Do the math, guys. It don't add up. It don't add up. They're fucking lying. The UK papers have only just started printing, admitting that they've been fudging the damn numbers and that they've been doubling the numbers from the tests. Positive tests have been doubled. So for every person tested, they've counted 2. And that was in our papers. That was in the Independent, the BBC. Go look it up online. So that's proof that the UK health system have been fudging numbers. So I just want you guys just to use your own discernment with this stuff because the attacks are going to increase. And none of you are going to like me saying this, but it's true. The attacks are going to increase tenfold in the run-up to November. And I guarantee you now, if Trump loses, this all goes away a day after the election. This all goes away miraculously. It's not right. And I do dispute the whole thing. I think that there was something that was spread, but I don't believe that it was any different to any other influenza. We get new strains of flu every year. And this is my opinion. So, you know, if you want to bash me for my opinion, go ahead and be that petulant. But I need to, again, this is not something that I hate doing this. I hate doing opinion because I want to deal with facts. But let me change the phrase. Let me give an educated guess. Let me say that much, an educated guess. So I think that influenza, well, we know for a fact influenza strains change every year, hence it renders all vaccinations inefficient. Oh, hey, Blue Eyes, I'm good, thank you. So yeah, all flu vaccinations are rendered inefficient. For one, they take a year to produce. Anthony Fauci told you that himself in the press conferences. They could take up to a year or more to produce, and yet the strain changes and mutates every year. So surely, common sense, let's use common sense and logical thinking, that renders vaccinations useless. So flu strains change every year, and we get some that are a bit stronger than others. Think of H1N1. That were a flu vaccination. It was just a stronger mutated strain than the others. I think, and again, this is an educated guess, don't run with this as fact because it's not. And that's the best thing I can say to you guys is, if I ain't got factual basis for something, I'm going to say it. And this is an opinion. I don't like putting out disinformation. What I will say is, I think this was no more than a mutated flu virus. I think that's been hyped up to something that it shouldn't be. They say that heat kills it. Here in the UK, we've had highs of, I don't know if the Americans are familiar with centigrade. I know you guys use Fahrenheit, but we've had highs of like 24, 25, 26 for a while now. You know, all right, a couple of days in the week might be a bit dumb and dull, but the highs that we've been having on a weekly basis have been relatively high for us. And hence my son getting a bit of sunburn yesterday. And they say heat kills it. The average bodily temperature is about 36 degrees centigrade. And then when you have a temperature, it's about 37.5 to 39 when you have a temperature, when you have a fever. And in this weather, it is not uncommon for everybody to have a temperature, a core temperature of 37.5 in this weather. It's not uncommon. It don't mean you're ill. You know, if this was winter and you got 37.5, then we'd be like, yeah, you've got mild fever. But in this weather, it's not uncommon. So I just want you to understand the basic sort of, you know, concept that I'm trying to put out here. So they say heat kills it. So if that's the case, it wouldn't survive here in the UK. And yet the media are constantly putting out that these numbers are rising, even though they've been fucking doubled, and we got it from the papers. So there's something not right about this. There is definitely something not right about this. I'm going to do some more digs. As the news comes out, I'm going to keep putting stuff to one side to go in videos. And I am going to aim to try and put at least one K's Digs video out every week. So I'm not sure what day of the week they'll land on, but the next one coming out should be, I'm going to aim for around Sunday, Monday. So, I mean, if I do that Sunday super chat that Nadia was talking about, then yeah, we're going to do that. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know the stuff that I've been looking into this week, and it's all going to go in another video for K's Digs. I think I found like my missing vocation or something. I've actually found that I'm really good at research, if anything. And I care about my subs, and there's no way that I want any of you to be fooled. And you know, those that really know me know that I'm not one to stand by and say nothing. I'm not one to sit there and do nothing, because that's the whole reason we ended up in this whole mess. Not just the virus. I mean, everything going on at the minute. It's the only reason why we ended up this way is because good people said and did nothing. So I'm just playing my part in this, that's all. And I don't want any of you confused. Oh, she's supposed to be a tarot reader and yet she's doing all this fucking news and stuff like that. Believe me, if the mainstream news would tell the damn truth, or at least report on the damn truth, I would not need to be doing this right now. I don't want to be a part of the problem. And I just want everyone to understand, I've took a massive risk in putting this on my channel. I have an audience, albeit it's a small one compared, but I have an audience, and they're a great audience. And they are people that I've grown to love and respect and admire. And they're an audience worth fighting for. You are an audience worth fighting for. And I've got your back. Let's just put it like that. I've got your back, no matter what. No matter what. So I'm just putting that out there as to why I'm doing this. But yeah. Bill, thanks for the chat. Independent research is how to deal with this and most things in our lives. Absolutely. Oh, Violet Ann's there. Wow, I've got some comments that I've sort of missed here. Okay, Tracy, yeah. Repeat Ghost Ninja. I don't think many in here play Fortnite, darling. Yeah. Hey, Violet Ann. Oh, wonderful. Hey, Classy. So, yeah, bit of a quiet night, you guys, but I'm happy with that, to be fair. I don't think I could cope with an influx at the minute, but I'm sure people will watch this at a later date when they're ready. But yeah, I'm going to shoot now anyway. I just wanted a quick catch up and let you guys know what I've been up to, let you guys know what's coming. As far as tarot readings go, over the next week, I'm going to be working on your June monthlies. I am still doing personals, and that's probably why I'm having to do monthlies at the minute, and I just hope that you guys can accept the compensation there. So the fact that I've had to sort of sacrifice weeklies for the research, because at the moment it matters. And like I say, I think this is it's what I should be doing. And you guys know me, I work on energy. If I feel guided to do something, I'm going to do it. I've been guided to this for 3 years, and I knew it was going to come. So yeah, if you're happy just to sort of stick with the monthlies, and I'm doing the odd personals. Yes, I've had to turn some down if I'm busy, but it's very few and far between, so don't feel put off to request. But otherwise, I'll go live on Sunday for Nadia and a few of the others, and I'll do a super chat session Sunday, and then I will next week make a start on your June monthlies, and I'll also get that next K's Digs video out next week as well. So yes. Witchy World Traveller, bye Kay, good seeing you, have a great one. Thank you, my darling, you too. Violet Ann, you gotta follow what feels right for your videos. Tarot is where my heart lies. I am not going to stop reading tarot on this channel. This channel is a tarot channel. The side part to it is me doing, whether you want the favour or not, I'm still doing a favour for my subs and letting them know we're being lied to here, okay? And yeah, like I say, this is just out of love, nothing but respect, and nothing but admiration for every single, there isn't a single one of my subs that, whether you agree with me or not, that I am not putting their well-being up front here, okay? This is not something that I normally do. This is not something that I normally be interested in. So I just want you guys just to bear that in mind. Yeah. I messaged you yesterday, the day before. I ain't logged in Facebook on my tarot Facebook in a while, but yeah, I can't remember. I ended up deleting it because the bank screwed with me and I couldn't do anything about it. Oh, okay, Michelle, I'll check that message, and well, you've deleted it, haven't you? I'll message you anyway over the next couple of days. I'm a bit busy tomorrow, but yeah, I'll message you over the next couple of days and we'll talk, okay? Yes, I'll be up on Sunday live. Right, you guys, I'm off skis, and I will see you later. I love you all. Bye for now.